Do you make attachments easy? You always are easy to make friends, but you personally can get too close to them. And then when you least expect it, something bad happens. And it's like that attachment was severed. And that situation never leaves your mind. It's like haunting you. It's like a ghost that you can never see. Just hold that question. Welcome to Jamek Speaks, where passion is strength, strength is power, power is victory, and victory is the force. I am Lord Jamek, the Blade, and I will be talking to you guys about attachments. I wanted this. I came up thinking about this because I didn't really know what I wanted to talk about next on this show, and just recently I was thinking about attachments. Just getting close to simply getting close to others. And the reason why I was thinking about it is because just it really leads up to I I get I get somewhat I can get attachments easily sometimes. It's not it's not that they get attached to me easily, it's that I get attached to other people easily. And the biggest problem about that is that it kind of holds a type of weakness. And what I mean when I say that is, I get attached to people easily, but if anything were to go wrong, whether it be my fault or someone else's fault or their fault, and I can know this person for this long and had a personal experience with these types of people, but then they just drop me off. It's like they could just drop me off so easily and make it seem like it's nothing. And it puzzles me because I'm a type of person on feelings and that kind of stuff. I can see it very easily, but I don't usually show off a lot of personal feeling. I show off a lot of personal thought, but not a lot of personal feeling. And whenever someone just does that to me, just can just drop the friendship like that or something like that, it messes with me. And I'm not sure why that is, but it messes with me. It feels like a situation that constantly plays in my head, like a regret or a disappointment that I feel. And it leaves me on a sense of I don't know what to do, because I don't know, it's just when someone would drop something off on somebody when it was a type of understanding or a or it had nothing to do with them, but because like for example, if I had an argument with somebody, it had nothing to do with the person I'm actually attached to. If they have a problem with it because I don't know, they could be related to that person. It just messes with me, and it's especially when it's very subtle stuff like for example, they don't talk to me at all out of random, and they don't give me an explanation or a reason or some type of understanding, or it even had nothing to do with them, but it feels that they need to be obliged to the situation because I don't know, they know that person too, and it kind of hurts in a way. It really does. I don't know why. I try every time I realize that it's bothering me because I got a random. I could just be thinking to myself, and then something like that could like pop up in my head, and it just starts bothering me. And every time it starts bothering me, I always try to tell myself not to worry about it, not to keep thinking that it wasn't a big deal. It always seems to be a big deal to me for some reason. I mean, in my situation, it's kind of hard because I'm that person that, I try to get people to enjoy my company or just simply like me as a person. But it's hard because I have a very I guess you would say hit or miss personality. I get into long conversations with people a lot. I don't have it, not really. I was about to say I don't have a very fantastic like tone of speaking, but that's not true. I actually do. I just talk like this due to the nature of these videos. But I don't know. I only talk about very straightforward stuff or stuff that I deem as so important. But whenever I do, it's a very interesting conversation. But if you can't connect with me, then it's not. And it's just. I don't know what else to say to you. If you can't understand what I'm talking about, then what's the point in you listening to me? But I have a very a very evil nature, and I have a very unpopular opinion, just basically where I live, because basically where I live there's a lot of religious people, a lot, and a lot of them very weird, but a lot of them like take it very seriously all the time, or they bring it up all the time in their conversations. And I'm not that kind of person. I don't bring up religious stuff. I don't do any of that kind of stuff. I just talk, and I never see a need for any of that type of stuff to be brought up to even have a conversation, because it just seems like a forced add-on. But I don't. I'm not a big fan of that kind of conversation, and there's a lot of people here who are, and so I'm not in a generally alright place for my type of thought process. But it's actually not hard to have people with my same thought process anyway, so it doesn't even matter. But I mean, I don't know. Like, I make a lot of Christian friends, specifically, and not it being a big deal to me myself, and be it being where I live. If you know a Christian, then that would be a part of their vocabulary in an instant. Something like that. It's it's difficult because sometimes I can get attachments with these Christians, and not all Christians are very nice, and I can be friends with them, but it's not like they're gonna take opinions that easily and not judge you for it. But that's very rare to see a Christian do. Yeah. But I get attachments with these Christians a lot. Most of the time, a lot of my friends are, and the thing about me is that I don't care. Anybody can believe whatever they want to believe. It has nothing to bother with me, as long as you're not trying to force your beliefs on other people. Then I have no problem with it. Because I have friends of all kinds of beliefs, not just Christianity, but that's just the focus of the topic. So like, always in some ways feel judged, because I don't take it as a big deal. It's never in my thought process on what I do with my life. I don't believe it has to be. It never should have to be to anybody. And a lot of people will look you dirty over it. It's kind of unfair. Like, it's just worse. It's worse if you have attachments to one of them, because you can make one mistake with these types of people, and then they completely turn their back on you. Just like call you out and say that you're broken or something. It's unfair. It's unfair that every time I want to try to be nice to somebody, it always never goes out the right way. It's unfair that no matter how much I support these types of people and I respect what they think and what they believe in, they they still want to question what I believe in. They still want to think I'm lesser than them, that I'm wrong, when I never even thought they were wrong. It's not fair to have to pretend or censor yourself because these people don't like it. Don't like that you're being yourself. It's unfair when no matter how hard you try, or no matter how much you feel as though this person really is your friend, people like that have a way more negative intention on you than you would ever imagine. Like Christians, these people, a lot of those people are very brash. They judge easy. They make assumptions. They never listen. They always seem to want to hold you back. And I never make assumptions on people until I know them. You know, I'm not the kind of person to judge so easily, and I'm not the kind of person to think humanity is just stupid. I'm not the kind of person to look down on a group of people because of one person. But sometimes they challenge me on that, because I don't try to hate people. I don't try to hate a thought process or a belief, because sometimes, you never know what is right and what is wrong. And that thought process of belief had to survive somewhere. It's not like you should judge them on it, as long as you guys can make an understanding. If y'all can't make an understanding, then that's another problem on its own. What I'm saying here is that for some reason I always wanted to prove some type of point that people can believe whatever they believe and coexist with one another. That Muslims can hang out with Christians, Christians can hang out with atheists, and they didn't set their beliefs on each other. They can just be friends without having to rely on something that they don't completely understand against each other. Because, no matter what we say or what we do, we will never truly understand our beliefs. It doesn't matter who it is. No one knows, really. We just take it as a lifestyle, because sometimes people are born in it, and sometimes people gain it on their own. And I have more of a respect for people who gain it on their own, because when you're born in it, that was the only thing that you had to think about. It was the only thing you were taught this as a part of your knowledge. So, I don't blame people on that. I don't judge them for having to be raised to think one way. But when you can't learn on your own, you can't make your own decisions on that type of situation, then that's the real mistake. But I make attachments with these people. And these people would completely disconnect you in a way. They look at you lesser in a way. At one point, y'all could be just laughing together, having a good time, playing a video game or something, playing a good game of cards, or just having a great conversation. And then that person could just turn their back on you, judge you, laugh at you. And then sometimes expect that you would be cool with it, or that you would have a calm mind about the situation, when they literally basically insulted you. Do you think in any situation that you would be chill about that? They insulted your entire your thought process or something, your whole thing, out of nowhere. You would be mad. You'd be like, the fuck, this is like unnecessary shots fired. It's not cool. It's like it's like having a conversation with somebody about cupcakes, and the person that you're having a conversation about is saying that he doesn't like the icing on the cupcakes, and you say, and you're the one saying that you do like the icing on the cupcakes, and then you both go back and forth about why they like it and why it's not, and then y'all come to an agreement somewhere around there where you can understand why they can be good but still wouldn't like them necessarily, and you can understand why not having it could be good, and you don't have to change your opinion about it either. Y'all just share a understanding about each other's opinions, and then just leave it alone. But what if that person just came back out of nowhere, probably like an hour or two later, and was like, I think it's funny that you like icing on your cupcake, that you think frosted stuff on your cake is delicious. How laughable. You're such a mistake. You shouldn't be liking icing on your cupcake. That's just ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Why would you do that? The conversation was over, and you came back intentionally insulting and angering your friend over something stupid that doesn't even make any sense. It really tells you something, A lot of people can believe something to be a stigma on a good thing or a good idea, or a lifestyle that has been going around for centuries and millennia. It's just, and then they can come right back around and seem so evil, yet they think they're so right for no reason. It's just not cool. That's why I say never have attachments with fools. And when I say fools, it's a different term for me, kinda sorta. Using the term fool for me is like using the term hate. When I call someone a fool, that means they are nothing to me now. They have the lowest, they are beneath my thought at that point. I do not talk to them. I do not hang out with them. I do not interact with fools. If you're not a fool, then it's cool to hang out with you. But if you're a fool, and you prove to be a fool, then there's no point. Fools can't learn off of their own ignorance. And if you're so ignorant to never think about the other people's feelings, to think your ideology is greater than everyone else's, that you know everything, that you know that something is true, just because just because a bunch of people believe it, or just generally something like that, but then completely just dominate somebody else, just downgrade somebody else over it, especially someone that you were attached to. It hurts. I don't know if I explained it in a understandable way, but it's the best way I probably could. Never make attachments with fools. Now, I've talked enough. This video is probably longer than the last one. Oh my god. Oh, don't fall asleep, guys, because I don't know, y'all can fall asleep if y'all want. I don't give a fuck. But just remember what I said. And if you're walking down the street one day, just listening to me talk, just having your eyes closed, sitting around, just listening, always taking, the merits of what I mean, because I'm not saying it for no reason. That's not the point. I'll see you guys in the next Jamek Speaks. Whenever I feel like talking about something else or some type of idea comes to mind. I'll see you guys later.